Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. And thank you. Uh, we're going a different direction today and discussing something that is really, really needed here in the DeFi, and we don't seem to have it yet. And that's what all the hoopla has been about towards the end of the last year. That being a true fiat to crypto gateway to the DeFi. Right now, it's more or less an academic discussion. And it's academic because the vast majority of folks moving money are not moving a serious volume of money. Now, I'm not trying to play it down. It might be a serious volume to them, and I'm not poo-pooing $500 transactions at all. It's relative to the person making the trades. But when you start getting a lot of zeros on those transactions, it starts to hurt. Personal example, and I hope that this is going to illustrate it just a little bit. I've been working with an affluent friend of an affluent friend. He wanted in on Cosmos. Great call, by the way, but he didn't know how to get there. He has lots of capital, but he's still relatively new to crypto. So over the last couple of days, we have moved around $500,000, and we did it with the only simple method that I've found, although I'm sure there are better ones. But we went with Atom on Coinbase to Atom on Keplr. Simple transfer because the token exists on both wallets. Once you have the Atom, move it to Keplr, move it to Osmosis, and you are on the Cosmos and enjoying those big staking rewards and the simplicity of the IBC bridge. Do I sound like a radio guy there? And the simplicity of the IBC bridge. Hey, it sounds easy, right? And it is easy, but it's pricey. Over these 2 days, due to the daily withdrawal limits, couldn't do it all in a single chunk, fees inched up to around $36,000. Close to 7% of that total volume was eaten up by Coinbase and transfers. Now, that is $36,000 that couldn't be used to buy Osmosis when it was at $5.05. And it's currently at right there. So, had that $36,000 been available, it would have increased in value from that single trade as of this moment to around $52,000. So you can't just leave it flat at 36 grand. You got to include what it would be worth. So a bit over 10% of total volume of that $500,000 went poof. This is a problem. All right. This is a big problem. It is choking the DeFi. Now, I know that the bulk of my audience they're Ethereum folks, and that being the case, they can do most of their business on the central exchanges. But the smarter money, in my opinion, what do I know? It exists all from Ethereum, and it's easy to illustrate with Cosmos. Buy Osmosis, stake it today at 94.69% APR. This is fact. Look for yourself. Now, you factor in compounding interest, which is really easy to do because the gas fees are practically non-existent. There's no reason not to claim the rewards and restake them daily. And you are talking about seriously smart money. Yield farming without the risk of impermanent loss. That's what you're getting in Osmosis. Big fan. But folks need an easier way to get there without giving up 10% of their capital to fees. So the only Ethereum tokens that I'm really interested in anymore are tokens that are offering or working on a solution to this problem. I want to say that the one that is really kind of keeping it as a single focus is probably Alchemy Pay. They're partnering with these Ethereum level 2s and some level 1s to provide this gateway, but I haven't seen anything really rolling out on the implementation yet. There's lots of talk, there's lots of announcements, but I haven't really seen any how-tos. And I understand that implementation takes time. It has to work, and it has to work correctly the very first time it goes live. But I will admit, I am concerned that all of these partnerships have been announced without really providing a path to live with any of them. They have the right idea for sure, seem to see the problem, and I want to say it is one to keep your eye on from an investment standpoint if you just want to hold bags. But They need to spend more time making it work. And the fact that it is not stakeable to me is a little bit of a problem. Now, Cody could do it. Cody Pay. They are hitting it from the stablecoin angle, and I like that because a stablecoin can be wrapped and moved from chain to chain. Now, if they shifted over that direction, getting money from legacy to DeFi, it could certainly take them a lot further. I know they've also announced some partnerships with level 2s, Ethereum level 2s, boo, but it is proof of concept if they make it work. Cody could do it if they set their mind to it and said, we're going to be the first. Cody could definitely do it. Now, Biconomy is kind of doing it. Kind of. They're doing it on your behalf. How about that? Any chain to any chain, that's what they're about. But it's not exactly a fluid transaction as I understand it, meaning that you still need to make a purchase on a central exchange. Fees. Get it moved. Fees. Before it ends up where you want it to, fees. And although I haven't personally used them, from my reading of their white paper, and it was just a cursory reading, all right, don't pin my ears back, they are not unwrapped tokens that get moved. They are bundled. It's a very clever concept for sure. And I bet if any Biconomy folks watch this video, they will tune me up in the comments for not being a savant in it. But they're kind of doing it. It's not exactly what I am looking for in this. Now, hands down, who can do it? As is, AMP. AMP could do it. It's not the focus of the team, but it is absolutely a case use for the token, value transfer. All right, anything in and anything out. That's what it is designed for. So to think about fiat in this side and Atom out the other side on Cosmos, that's exactly what it is for. That's what it can do. The only problem with it right now is where that other side is. It's not on Cosmos. It's not on Solana. It's not on ADA. However, if it was in those spaces, that is your fiat to crypto gateway. And it would work so well because it would be so cheap. This is a necessary requirement to bring any sort of cost efficiency to these big level ones. I mean, they're large. They are easy to work with. They are cheap to do business on, as Ethereum is not choking them to death. But they are expensive to get capital to because there's no gateway to do it directly. And I'm sure that there are more entities working on this issue. But these are the ones that I'm most familiar with, and the ones I think most likely to make it happen. Again, for the folks who live on the central exchanges, this is not their problem and it never will be. Ethereum is not their problem because they never typically use it. Most folks don't stake. They just buy and hold, so they never even have the potential of maximizing their money. But for those of us who do, it's a big problem that needs a big solution. And the one who gets it and gets it there first, that's the one that you want to be invested in. Yeah, look, I'm sure this ran long. Please forgive me. It's a very passionate subject for me. Maximizing your money and being smart with it is a very passionate subject for me. But I hope you enjoyed it and got some takeaways, something to ponder. So until next time, guys, please be safe. Please be smart with your money. That's it. Cheers.